6, we be in the mix with that rare candy paint job on the whip. I need food for the kids, money for the rent. Fuck a lockdown, baby, I can't do that shit. And I don't never vote, cause I'm fucking broke. And either way, I know the police ain't gon' leave me alone. On a plane, bout to visit Glen Rockney. Crypto told me I should bring the Glock with me, so I packed up my piece and I'm sliding. Cause we might get caught up in a riot. Middle finger Trump, middle finger Biden. Fuck a left, fuck a right, is you riding? Know you love to see it, dudes rocking. Ain't no politics, baby, we just talking. From the birds to the bricks, we be in the mix with that rare candy paint job on the whip. Who you with?
Dude, I'm so garden pilled right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing your broccoli sprouts, dude.
Yeah. So I got a bunch more coming. I'm like,
list them up.
Yeah,
what do you got?
Oh, well, so I got sunflower sprouts coming in.
Yeah.
I ordered those. I ordered a couple pounds of like each seed too, because like I didn't want to order too much and be like, oh, I can't grow these.
Yeah.
And then got sunflower. I got like this. They have a like a spicy green salad mix, which was cool. Like they just like a mixed thing, like mustard and shit like that. So they have that, and then I actually ordered some jalapenos. So I'm gonna actually grow jalapenos too.
I've never had those. Whoa.
Well,
that's
not
crazy.
sprouts. I'm talking about like literal jalapenos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like jalapeno sprouts.
Yeah, which
cool.
would maybe we'll create those. That'd be fucking hard if we found a way to create like jalapeno sprouts.
We all go to the hospital for like renal failure or some shit. You're not supposed to eat those, dude.
I know.
So,
it clearly said on the package, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
The skull and crossbones on the seeds package. Thought that'd be enough.
What do you eat those with? What do you?
Dude, I'll just fucking grab a fistful sometimes.
Sandwiches?
No, I'll just grab a fistful.
Yeah.
And just crush them sometimes. But I go like, so what I'll do is we'll have rice and put some on top of rice, like raw.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife made some chicken sandwiches, like made chicken sandwiches. We'll put that on top, like some almost like in lieu of like lettuce,
like Whole Foods bar.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like broccoli sprouts are good. Some people don't like broccoli, but it's like they don't even taste like broccoli. Like they just have like a nice little thing. But I mean, if you don't like broccoli,
what about the sunflower are good. They're my favorite because
I've had them before, but I've never grown them. Yeah,
you can make a salad and they're like meaty. They're actually like way more substantial than lettuce.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Especially if you put like some vegan ranch on there or some shit. You know, it's a hella good. Yeah,
I need to see. That's the thing I need, because I have a phobia of like mayo based stuff. Like, so like I don't know.
Yeah. You can make.
Yeah, well, I'm saying the vegan route is good, like for me, for that.
Yeah.
You
can make vegan ranch out of like seeds and shit, and it's not gross at all, you know?
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's probably better, honestly. Like vegan mayo is good. I like it. It's good, like on like sandwiches and stuff. I'm trying to get this going, because it's crazy. Like on some like kind of earnest, heartfelt stuff. Like if I am stressed out, the garden gets me. You know
totally.
Like I've never been that guy. My parents had one growing up, and I thought it was like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, but I was like, man.
No, I've been telling my friends, I'm like, my non-hippie friend at all, like not hippie at all friend is like,
I'm trans hippie. I'm transitioning.
Yeah.
So
good.
I'm transitioning.
Well, we're all ending up there.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that like, everyone hates on hippies and they're like always right about almost everything, you know? It's one of those weird things, you know? It's like, I'm not saying they're not,
it's the liberal
I'm not saying they're not annoying, dude. They are annoying for sure.
It's the bougie hippies, because bougie hippie cosplaying sucks. Like it might be the worst combination out of all of them.
It's bad. Yeah.
Like what, you know what I'm talking about? Like the whole
trust fund hippies.
I know. And it's like, you just don't wear deodorant and you're rich. Like that's the, you know what I mean? Like there's no, like you're not like a hippie. Like you got to like actually, you know, put that shit to like, put that.
Gotta be real.
Yeah, you gotta be real. Yeah, you gotta be real. It's like
can't be no geek off the streets, dude.
Exactly.
But
like you go to when I'd go to Whole Foods, you'd see like the hippie cosplaying people, and then they're like hop into their fucking Tesla and drive into their like fucking $2 million home and stuff.
Yeah.
Not that hey, you know what? I'm not saying I wouldn't hate to have a really nice house, but you just know their mindset's not there, and it's all an aesthetic thing. And I think that's what like a lot of the Marxists that we talk to and stuff, like I'll always see them post like, man, I fucking hate hippies. I'm like, what the fuck? You and I just had an awesome conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, dude, and it's and my whole thing. Okay, like, bougie hippies are annoying. hey, at least, you know, I'd rather have some bougie hippie. I don't give a fuck what anyone does, but like I'd rather have some bougie hippie eating a salad at Whole Foods than some Marxist bro being like, we need to nationalize KFC and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. Like I'm like you know, it was just we've talked about that before. The whole
Well,
no ethical consumption, bro. Like I'm gonna make whatever choice I made. You know, like, you know, I'm just gonna make the same exact choice. It's like we don't have to change as humans at all. It's just a dumb fucking thing. Like all we need to do is nationalize stuff and change political stuff, which is the opposite of like reality, you know, in terms of that's my whole thing. It's a dichotomy with this climate change and shit and everything where, you know, who knows what the deal with all that is, but environmental destruction, it's I do agree. It is a corporation based thing.
Sure.
But humans made those corporations and we
doesn't mean there's no racial discrimination. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, yes, we understand that BLM up top is a bougie ass organization, but there were subchapters of BLM.
Yeah.
Like I actually know like Big Kings, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. He's connected with a lot of the IE Inland Empire BLM, and they were going crazy. Like they had demands, everything like that.
Yeah, dude.
They saw beyond the like reactionary shit that all that was happening. But with hippies, it's the same way, dude. It's like, yeah of course.
On the BLM thing, like the George Soros conspiracy conservatives and the super true believers on both sides are dumb as fuck, you know, in terms of you're right. It's like, you know, any nationwide movement, global movement is going to have, you know, good actors and bad actors and true believers and, you know, and conspiracy bros and everything. But yeah, the hippie thing, like, and I've spent my fair amount of time around hippies, and, you know, there's definitely shit you got to watch out for. Dude, some of the darkest people I've met have been hippies. Like, there's some crazy shit going on in their soul, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And because I think a lot of people are attracted to that lifestyle because of you know, because they it's like a
did
front,
shrooms,
you know?
One time, like, and they're like, whoa,
or it's just like a facade where like you know, people give you the benefit of the doubt if you're like a peace and love bro, you know, or and everything, and it can be kind of wild.
No, you're right. And so like
the Sprouts
I mean the Sprouts, it's good because I wanted to talk about another thing today, and I just remembered it because I knew there was something else. Did you see the Bill Gates thing? I think I sent it to you.
Farmland.
Now he's owns the most farmland out of any private person.
That's my wheelhouse, dude.
It doesn't shock me.
And well, we were predicting that like 5 years ago, and it's so clearly a fucking. That's his plan. That's his new scheme, man. He's got a new money scheme, and you ain't even with it, dude. Like Tupac, dude.
What's weird about Bill Gates, like this whole thing is like, you look at what it is, and there's a lot of people going like, look, man, he owns a bunch of farmland. What do you want? Like, you want that to turn into fucking how, like, you know, a bunch of shitty stores and stuff. And it's like, with Bill Gates, yes. With Bill Gates, that's shitty stores. I don't trust the way he farms. I don't trust the way
it's the way, that's the thing. It's the way it's what that represents.
It's land hoarding for people. Like, I'm not saying a bunch of like independent good farmers are like, I needed that land. Not everybody's saying that. Like, not everyone has the means to do that, but he's going to do some fucked up shit with it.
He already has been his. Yeah.
True. I mean, he's been accumulating it slowly. It's not like he bought it all at once.
You're right. And it's, and this is another huge disagreement I have with fucking leftoids and liberals, is the whole, just their complete faith in technocratic agriculture and GMOs and monocultures and largely herbicides and pesticides. A lot of them are defenders of, and it's just like, you know, it's just so.
They bought into the world hunger thing. They bought their. You got to realize those are probably in the same.
Dude,
middle of but the Venn diagram, the middle is also like forced vax too. A lot of them, you know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
And maybe not all. I just, but you have to realize like that's a special kind of, just like how we were talking to. I'll plug it right now. We were talking to the Unfit Statesman yesterday. How there's just those overlapping things. Like there's a rift on the libertarian side. There's a rift on the left side, and I know we're not really right there yet, and I understand that maybe that doesn't take the forefront of like all the issues going on today, is like the way we farm, even though obviously like you and I are proponents of that, we do need to change that. I'm learning it. I'm all in. I've been reading One Straw Theory and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that fucking book rocks, dude. Like, and
One Straw Revolution.
One Straw Revolution. I don't know why I said theory, but yeah.
Dude, that dude's on some like fucking. That dude's like he's like Yoda, dude. He's like, he's on some shit.
Just the way he talks about and I can't pronounce his name. His last name's Fukuoka, I want to say. But Masahiro Fukuoka, I want to say is his name. And he,
I'm so bad with Japanese names. I'm like, I'm one of those classic white.
Either that's him or he was a second baseman for the Cubs at one point. I'm not sure. So, but anyways, he. So what's crazy about him is like he was like, I'm not in a rush to do anything. He'll be like, look, I see all these barren trees, like areas where like it was just clay and you couldn't fit a shovel in the ground. And he's like, you know what? I spent 6 years with natural fertilizer where you would take like cloves, a couple other things, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It was just a mixture
and stuff,
stuff like that. Mulch. That's what it was. Yeah, and he would just curate the soil for like ever. He would take care of the soil for like 6 years, and then all of a sudden he'd have like citrus trees out there. You know what I mean? And it wasn't in like
without
rush. And
without pesticides, without anything. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. Yeah. He said only one time he's had to use like a super diluted pesticide because of the fact that like there was just an insect. He needed it in the short term. His trees would never go. But like, dude, with like Gates owning these farms, he was saying in this article, my big focus is to get chickens to lay better eggs. It's like
Gates.
What?
Yeah. I mean, man, we should just make this a fucking food pod for sure, dude. Like or at least part of it, because
every so often,
this episode,
and I want to talk about that in minimum wage, but that does work with the restaurant industry, so we'll get to that later.
But no, really, with the Gates thing, the most concerning thing is the African continent, what's going on there with the takeover that's happening there. It's it's an agrochemical, and that's what they are. Monsanto and DuPont, they're agrochemical companies, and they're
agro-fascists.
It's just a takeover, and he's the ringleader of that, and just the extreme propaganda, and the most dangerous propaganda is the one that's least obvious, that confuses people that are even well-meaning, right? Like the liberals and leftoids type of thing, right? With the
world hunger.
Exactly. World hunger.
Africa. Look at Africa. They're hungry. You know what I mean?
Once we get Latham on, dude, he's got world hunger stats that'll it'll red pill you so hard, dude, on like the whole, there's no shortage of food.
You got to make him have like, hey, Latham, make sure you have nothing going on today, because I got to talk to you for a while. Oh, yeah.
Dude, and there's no, okay, so check that. Here's a crazy stat. They, what's the acronym? SRI, it's called System of Rice Intensification, and it's university-based grant research program in conjunction with Global South peasant farmers, basically, right? Doing research on how to maximize yield of various crops, in particular rice, with zero inputs, with zero chemical inputs, basically, right? In terms of GMOs and special seeds and chemical, glyphosate, chemicals, Roundup, dicamba, stuff like that. The world record holder for rice yield was set by this like poor Indian peasant farmer with zero inputs, and he fucking, of course. Dude, he fucking at least tripled, probably maybe more, maybe like 6x'd the entire yield of like the closest GMO rice seed crop, basically, right? That's stuff they've been trying for like fucking 30 years to do, to increase the yield for, right? And he just popped off on a couple acres. He's like, yeah, we just got like crazy amount, and what's crazy, and it is like, it does take labor to do it, right? And you need to, it is like, it's intensification. You're like maximizing yield on small acreage, but that's what those farmers are doing anyway. It's like we're trying to kick them off and put tractors and stuff on, and we're trying to
it's automation to an extent.
Automation, and we're trying to copy the system that's failing and has already failed in the United States and pretend like it hasn't failed, right? And export that to India, to Africa, to Sri Lanka, to Vietnam, to the Philippines, all these different places. And
which ironically, the reason like we love stuff from there is because it tastes so fresh. You know what I mean? Like as people, we're always just like, oh, dude, like this isn't from some bullshit American farm. This is from here. But then they're like, we're gonna do that.
Exactly.
We're gonna do that to Sri Lanka. Like,
and just the propaganda. The propaganda is so crazy with this. Like, have you heard of golden rice? Right?
Oh yeah.
The vitamin A rice, because if you don't get vitamin A as a kid, you basically are permanently blind. You know. And
my microgreens, by the way, microgreens strong in vitamin A.
Well, that's exactly the point. Is like the reason kids go blind is because they're fucking poor and hungry and they don't have enough real food, right? And and so they've been trying for
it's because they haven't been vaccinated enough. You clearly don't understand. Please sign this waiver that you don't understand.
Exactly. Oh, you don't read English? Here's this English language.
We have this interpreter, Melinda. Her name is Gates. She's
Melinda Gates.
Whatever language you speak, she speaks.
Gatez.
Gates.
And no, and so in the year 2000, this Ingo, I forget his last name, but he's some Greek scientist. Was on the cover of Time magazine, and they're like, this vitamin A rice could save 1 million lives a year or some crazy shit like that, right? That was in the year 2000, and they were hyping it up as this technocratic solution for vitamin. You just grow this rice and the kids eat it, and boom, problem solved, basically, right? It's been 20 years. Vitamin A rice has solved 0 cases of vitamin A deficiency. And the proponents will be like, "Oh, it's just because of regulations. It's just because of this and that. Like they're stopping the progress and stuff." Complete bullshit. That's complete lie. There's never the version that dude was working on. They had to create a whole other version like 8 years later that still failed. And and the whole thing is like if you're just eating rice, vitamin A is a fat soluble nutrient, right? If you're just eating rice, you're not going to absorb the fucking vitamin A in the food. Basically, you need food, you need fats, you need so it's just one of those dumbass like techno solutions that doesn't work kind of thing. But the people will even like progressives and stuff will eat this shit up, like this focus grouped Bill Gates, evil propaganda stuff, and they'll just eat it up because they think it's like, what are you against poor people kind of thing, and it's total bullshit.
Bill Gates, known proponent of poor people. Bill Gates.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's the next one. That's the next one for sure. Is definitely the farming thing.
Yeah. Right. And that's the whole thing. And we talked about it with COH, which is funny because like a lot of people like love that episode, and I'm like, you know what? I probably liked it more than anybody. You know, just for me, I was like, you know what? This is what I need to do. And it is. I mean, I don't have some crazy farm going on. I live in a fucking 850 square foot apartment. Like I can't do shit here, but I have one indoor setup, and I'm getting my dude. I have this wild thing that happened. I told you, but it was cool. Like I bought cilantro seeds like foolishly because I'm like, I like cilantro, microgreens, not actual cilantro. But I put it in the soil tray, and it just like was not germinating. And like in every YouTube video I'd watch, they'd be like, this shit's kind of tough, man. Like if you don't get it, like it's fine. Maybe start with something else. Like this shit's for, big leaguers. So it's big league shit. And so what I did was I was like, you know what? I only have one light set up. I'm going to grow my broccoli sprouts. This ain't working. So I put the soil, they were not germinated, and I just put it outside. And I was like, you know what? During the weekend, I'll toss that soil, use that for something else. Dude, I fucking go out there 2 days ago, and there's fucking sprouts, dude.
Let's go, dude. Yeah.
It's not going to be great. It's not going to be a great yield, but I'm like, you know what? That was cool.
No, cilantro is something I definitely want to learn how to maximize because I love that. That's like my favorite
fire.
thing.
It's fire. I remember you used to ask for like extra cilantro at the taquerias. Like you used
to
be like,
good, dude.
They'd hand you the thing and you go, what is this? Yeah. What is it? What is this? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's nuts. And I'm like trying to give my parents some of these greens, and they're like, so how do I cook them? I'm like, you don't.
Yeah. Cook? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna drain the life force.
Where are you with the raw? Are you raw? You're not raw, right?
No, well, it's interesting. No, I'm not. And when I got into it, I was super into raw because that seemed like the people that were most into detox were into raw.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And
my sister-in-law got into that big time.
Yeah, and I wanted to I was like, I'm unhealthy. I want to detox, right? And then I worked for a raw food guy. I won't name his name, but like a pretty popular, famous raw food guy at his clinic for better part of a year, with tons of people there, all in various stages of veganism or whatever, raw foods or what have you. And well, it's interesting. I like wasn't getting healthier doing that.
What do you mean not getting healthier?
I had like issues. I had like rashes on my skin that were staying on me for like a year, dude. And I was trying the crazy. I was like never working harder at being healthy than when I was there.
And do you think that's maybe from your body just realizing like, whoa, like this is like super fucking raw, like is it?
I don't think it was caused by raw, but I think it wasn't solving it. And I honestly think that I was over when you have, I do believe that you have stuff stored deep in your body. And once you start doing like infrared saunas and juice fasts and stuff, your body's just like, just releases it,
Oh yeah.
And so I was like young. I didn't know what I was doing. And then so I went back to more like slower detox and cooked foods and stuff. But as I get older now, I'm like, oh, here's how you do it. You do it this way. If you want to do raw foods, you can definitely do it and be successful. Small percentage of people are successful doing it because most people do it wrong. And it's definitely not an all or nothing thing, which people always try and.
How do you get protein? How do you get protein from raw though? That's what I'm wondering. Like,
protein's not an issue on raw.
Well, I'm saying for me, as like if I were to do that,
yeah,
I would need beans, right? Like that's something I would do to get like quick protein.
You don't need. I mean, yeah, beans are good. I think.
Beans are healthy, but I'm saying, what would I eat that would like taste somewhat okay?
So
what I
mean? the classic line is, if you're getting enough calories from food, the protein is pretty much automatically taken care of. Now, there are some nuances, right? Where like if you're getting enough, even if you're, and I'm not like a proponent of this long term, short term, yes, but I'm not a proponent of like fruitarianism long term. But there are fruitarian bodybuilders that they're just like, you just got to eat enough fruit, eat enough calories, and you will get enough protein in your diet. And you don't need. I think some people do need varying percentages, but protein hype is way overblown. But even if you do need tons of protein, you can do it. You can do things like spirulina and chlorella, which are 80% protein by weight.
Spirulina is fire.
Yeah. So you can do that. You can just make spirulina smoothies, do like a couple tablespoons each in there, and you're fucking loaded. And then nuts and seeds. And all sorts of stuff. Like greens. If you're eating, because if you're raw, you want to be eating, a pound like a pound of greens a day, right? Like a large amount, which will have tons of protein in there. But yeah, I want to get back into it. As I get older, I want to.
Yeah.
The people that do raw correctly are like the healthiest people you've ever seen, and the people that don't do raw correctly are like the least healthy people you've ever seen.
They just look like raw meat. They look like raw meat.
Yeah,
those people. And
that you wouldn't want to eat.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Exactly. Which is tough, right? Because But I was laughing because I used to work with this guy, and like he was real nice. Like cool guy, and he would, but it was funny. He was one of those guys that never wanted to talk about his diet, but would do like just the most like dumb looking part of his diet in front of your face, and you're like, well, I have to ask him now, and he would take like a raw bell pepper and eat that shit like an apple, like that, and you're just like, okay, so what's up with the bell pepper? Like you have to like. He's like, oh, this.
He's got his like activated charcoal water, drinking like his like. It's all black clips. He's like, oh, don't mind me.
He's planking in front of me, like,
dude,
doing like side planks.
Nah, bro.
It's like, oh, this, and I he was like, oh yeah, I just when you cook it, you lose all the nutrients and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna eat a cooked bell pepper. I feel like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I understand what he's saying, and like, it doesn't taste bad. Like, I have had raw bell pepper. Like, it's fine. Like diced on something. Like, I don't mind that, but
I'm more into There are things you want to eat raw that are beneficial raw. Like there are things that are good to eat raw, and there are things that you want cooked, essentially, right? Like like mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, you want it cooked and extracted, right? And like if you're raw and you're avoiding cooked herbs because they're cooked, that's bad. That's dumb, in my opinion.
I mean,
you want
and it's like, I don't know, you just become a person nobody can hang out with at that point too, like, you know what I mean?
And that has impact to think about like veganism at this point. Anyone can be vegan if they want to, and like there's options everywhere.
Oh sure,
Most people get it. They're just like whatever, you know. And but yeah, the raw thing is you gotta.
Yeah, you're like, meet me halfway here, bud. Like, come on, we're trying to like hang out. I haven't seen you in years. Yeah, like,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. Is that dill? Oh, like just so yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, with the Gates thing, like that's it's funny because I don't know if there are people like this because most people I saw that are from our kind of side were like, yeah, this is bad.
Yeah,
it's bad for a guy like that, just a oligarch like that to own. I think it's 242,000 acres of farmland, which that's fucking stupid. And but I wonder if some people find themselves at like a crossroads where they're going like, yeah, but you know, he is trying to end world hunger and you know, and stuff like that. I just wonder. I wonder if that's the case.
No, that's dumb.
I agree.
I don't care if you're like a hardened capitalist. There's still not a good argument for monopolistic consolidation of fucking farmland. Like it's dumb. That's not Lindy.
The idea of capitalism, like the Adam Smith thing of capitalism, was to not have a monopoly.
Yeah, and that's the thing and that's the weird thing about like the capitalist and the Marxist-Leninist kind of what we were making fun of on the last one of. They still have that production mindset, you know, that you know, kind of square boxes, everything goes here and inputs, outputs. And so I'm not saying that's not like a valuable frame to utilize in certain contexts, but look at the Indian farmer, bro, who's like the peasant guy who fucking quadrupled rice yields just on his land, just doing his own thing. Right.
Yeah.
Like how do you explain that from you know what I mean? You can't.
It's cringe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But no, Gates is, you know, it's the classic thing. It's the whole thing with the vaccines too. If he wanted to extend lives of poor global South citizens, he'd just hook them up with, you know, like water and plumbing and good shit like that, you know, and sanitation and food and like
these are hardworking people. Like they're not inept. Like they just don't have access to shit. Like
he wouldn't be giving them like, oh, like we don't have clean water. It's like, well, here's some vaccines. We'll get back to you on the water. You know, and it's and the whole term, the umbrella term is agroecology. Agroecology is where you give people the power to create their own destiny with farming and with food, not being a Luddite, not using technology, you know, embracing good aspects of technology. That's the other thing, is that it's not a battle between technology and organic. You know, you can, it's a principle of not poisoning your food. That's the thing, you know. It's like technology doesn't have to mean poisoning your food, and growing organic doesn't have to mean low yield and not using, you know, like for example, here's another thing that people get confused on with GMOs, right? Genetic modification means, largely it means, I mean, there's exceptions, but transgene, you know, where you take genes from one species, put it into another, right? Or even take genes from one part of the genome and move it into another part of the same plant, right? And there's new methods coming out now and stuff, but the vast majority on the market are used transgenic crops, right? Those are all the 99% of the GMOs in the United States. You know, Monsanto, Roundup Ready stuff, those are all trans.
Is that how you get like a seedless watermelon or stuff? Is that
no? So that's
is that different?
That's hybridization. That's seedless watermelons are largely fine. You know, it's like whatever. It's like probably not the best, but it's not the worst. You know,
right?
But the crazy, so we can use modern technology so we can use traditional breeding, but using modern like genome tracing, for example, like still digging into the genome of the plants and studying it and using that to guide traditional breeding programs, like traditional where you crossbreed plants sexually, right? You know, where you have to create crops that yield and perform better than transgenic GMOs, right? It's a classic example of like, you know, it's an example of like we think GMOs are more advanced because it sounds cooler and it's more technological and everything.
Well, and there's huge I mean, there's scientists on the payroll, right? I mean, there's like legit TV minds.
Well, that's the thing. How come the GMOs are sucking up all the air out of the room and all the airtime and all the media and all the coverage and everything? Like, we could have salt tolerant crops and we could have higher yield and we could have drought tolerance and all these things, when traditional breeding programs are already outperforming all the GMOs on those factors. Even if you're even if you have no concerns about the safety of GMOs, or you're largely pro GMO or whatever, you'd still just want to pick the one that works the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what they do. They pick the ones that show the most technological promise, so they can have patent rights, so they can create this whole narrative moving forward of GMOs and everything. So it's bullshit. You know, we could, okay, my whole premise is we don't have a real food shortage problem whatsoever.
No, not even close.
No such thing. So that narrative already, if they're coming out with that narrative of we need to grow more food to feed more mouths.
Yeah. That was my thing. What is the what is the reason for GMO? There isn't there. I mean, like there's no concern to require it.
And a lot of people, it's just, exactly. There's no, it's a solution in search of a problem kind of thing.
I see.
And it's not even a solution.
Like a straw man. It's like a straw man. Like, you're just like nobody.
And that's the thing that's why agroecology is so threatening. That's why the Indian guy who sets records with his rice crops is so threatening, because he doesn't need any inputs from the stock market, commodities based chemical agriculture system in America. He's beating us, right?
Mm-hmm.
With his own ingenuity and stuff he can teach all his farmer friends for free, right?
Yeah.
And can completely live outside of the system that we've created here, you know, and without any inputs, without any Bill Gates funded bullshit, without any GMOs, right? Is beating them basically. So that's a threat. So that has to be discredited, and that has to be propagandized away.
Do you think Gates is actually truly thinks he's helping, or do you think he's masking it as a profit motive?
That's the question.
I always wonder that, just the psychology. Like, is he just wrong?
Man, he's okay. He's not. We know he's not stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Like, you can't possibly come to that conclusion being that smart. I mean, like Serena, when we had Serena on, she's like, he's a fucking genius. I've gone back and forth on this. I mean, I think it's one of those complex things where you're partly a true believer, you know, and you're partly you're partly just well, come on. We know look at his actions in his antitrust lawsuits, and, you know, being one of the most vicious monopolists of all time, right? Did he have a complete fucking 180? Is he completely good now? Right? You know, it's like, now I'm gonna end world hunger on good faith. Yeah,
exactly. Bro. And it's like, dude, and you could just vibe check, you know, look at him. Does he seem like he's, you know, he's gotten a fair look at the COVID thing, and that sealed the deal, right? The COVID thing, you know, it's like, he knows for sure.
He looks like a little bitch, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude, he's totally a little bitch, dude.
Yeah.
No, man, he's he's fucked. And that's the whole thing with, you know, they're all pro fertilizer. Okay, so 1% of all the oil in the world, all the oil we harvest and mine and whatever the fuck you call it, right? And purify, and goes to it's called the Haber-Bosch process, which 1% of all the oil in the world goes to creating fertilizer for crops, right?
Chemical fertilizer. Yeah.
Right. And so someone like Gates will say, like, this process, you know, saved millions of lives and caused our civilization to advance, you know, like it's another step in agricultural, whatever, blah, blah. And it's one of those kind of half truths where when you look at it at the face of it, it's not wrong. It's not incorrect. Like, it's the thing that we chose to do that massively increased our yield of farming, but it has massive consequences, you know, like runoff and, you know, and
just fucking up the soil.
Fucking up the soil.
In the one straw revolution, the guy was saying, he's like, you can get a good yield. I'm not saying you won't get a good yield if you use chemical fertilizer. Yeah. However, it's going to be that much tougher, and you have to use that much more the next time you do it.
Exactly.
Right? Because the soil has damage. At that point, you need that fertilizer. You're basically like it's like being like addicted to a drug. It's like, okay, yeah, you could do drugs a couple times. It's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? You'll probably have some great
it's like steroids. It's the FAUCIan bargain. Yeah,
exactly.
It's exactly
a FAUCIan bargain.
Yeah,
how about that? How about a FAUCIan bargain?
That's the name for sure. This one, dude. Yeah.
I don't even. Fauci has nothing to do with this, but he.
It's all good.
I guess he
does.
It's
Fauci. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he represents the same system, the same mindset.
But yeah, it's like the soil becomes then addicted. Right.
Yeah.
The soil's weak without it. Right. Just like if you were to do a bunch of fucking stimulants all the time, you know what I mean? You're like, fuck, dude, I had a great 2 weeks of work. I fucking work 7 days a week, all that kind of stuff. Then the minute you're out of that shit, you're useless. Yeah. Trust me. I work with people like that.
Yeah.
There's people at my work that like, they'll be on some fucking wild ass drugs. Yeah. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm taking a break. And then I'm like, yeah, you're also not doing shit. Can I like make a fucking phone call for you? Jesus. Like I know some people that could help you die. Fuck. But like the soil ends up becoming dependent on that and to where you just can't even grow naturally anymore.
Yeah. And the thing, once you realize how easy it all could be, how like shockingly easy it could be, because the narrative is like the narrative is like organic is hard and yields are 30% less, and we need to, you know,
the pesticides, right? The natural predators, which is funny because a natural predator, right, has been here for years.
Yeah, and that is a strong,
and they've still grown food.
Exactly. Yeah. And that is a straw man that most people are probably using. They don't even realize they're using. Is that, you know, when you overlay. We talked about this with COH, like when you overlay an organic principle, a style of farming onto the conventional framework, it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be super, like, it's not gonna work, and you're gonna have a lot of the same problems. It's a whole paradigm shift, basically. Yeah. Right. It's a whole shift of the way you just look at like that One Straw Revolution guy, you know. And he's like way on the other end of the spectrum. You know, we don't have to even be that far.
No, he's like, are you going to trim that leaf? No, sir. Yeah. It's like, dude. It's like, I'm sorry, it's going into my neighbor's property. I don't have a fucking 50-acre farm, dude.
He's like, you're working on less than a 6-year time frame. Like, dude, dude,
I know.
You gotta slow down, dude. Yeah.
You're like, I have terminal cancer. Yeah.
And also the I have to bring up the vegan thing too. And again, I don't care what anyone eats.
No, you don't.
I do care in the global sense, but I'm not going to like harp on anyone or anything. And but even if we went 50% more vegan, cut away 50% of animal products from our diet, right? Which we're headed that way anyway, right?
Are we?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, maybe not for like, I don't know. It depends on country by country.
And also even the US though, like I feel like maybe since we're on the West Coast, do you think maybe like we're kind of?
I feel the long-term tide is definitely going to lean towards.
Okay.
Yeah. But in spite of heavy propaganda and, you know, all that stuff. But so if you're not willing to go vegan, you're just willing to give up, you know, 25-50% of your animal product intake. That will free up so much ridiculous land and resources and time and subsidy money and all that shit that could be. So we already have enough food, even with our massive hyper, even with throwing it away, even with all this, you know, different stuff, right? Hyperinflation and, you know, all that stuff. But we could literally grow enough food for everyone on smaller quantities of land than we've ever used before. Even if you do have some meat and dairy and stuff, like whatever, you know, so it's all, you know, all these models of like, you know, we need to double food production by 2050 for the growing population. That's all based on like taking the most consumptive, like population model and applying that and extending it into the future, which is done. Yeah. When you do that, that's not accurate, but that's going to be what happens basically.
Yeah.
So, it's all dumb. Yeah.
So you say hyperinflation. I think that's going to get us to our next thing, because I've been steaming on this one, the minimum wage debate. It happens every fucking year. The minimum wage.
I haven't been following this particular one, so
no, but it's nothing different.
Yeah.
The only thing is Biden is that's what he's pushing for. So I want to start with the conservative side of like being against it, like the libertarian side of being against the minimum wage. So $15 federal minimum wage, which we all understand that like, okay, are you doing a federal cost of living? Are you doing a federal rent spike? So kind of stupid. Honestly, $15 minimum wage in California is like, all right, thanks. Like that was 3 years ago. But they want a federal $15 minimum wage, and the leftoids are eating that up for the most part. Right, they're the anarchists left. Yeah, well, no, because that was the Bernie thing. That was the thing, and they see this as Biden
$15 an hour. Yeah.
No one should have to clean a bathroom for less than $15 an hour.
Yeah,
and especially after I use it. But the fucking Bernie, you know, he blew that shit out, dude. And anyways, what happened was they want to implement it. I still don't even think they're going to personally, but I knew this is what they would push for. I believe we talked about it with Doomer. Like that was going to be what, out of all the bones they were throwing to the left, I thought that was going to be the one they were going to run with, because there's so many loopholes with it. But let's start with the conservative, like, you don't do skilled labor, you don't get the money type thing. Some of these tweets that I've been finding, and they've been around for years. It's the same thing, but this was my favorite one. I don't even think this guy's a conservative. I think he's just like mad about his Amazon job and projecting, honestly. But yeah, like it's all these people. It's always a cell phone. It's like, yeah, your job sucks. Like, you know what I mean? That's why you're against other people whose job sucks, like trying to get that. But this guy, I don't know if he was trolling or not, but this is a thing. This is this was viral. A lot of people saw it happening. He says, I make $16 an hour packing boxes at the Amazon distribution center. Yeah. I'll be damned if people, he didn't say people.
No, that's not what that says. What does it say there?
NGOs.
Would you
NGOs? No, but it says I'm gonna say people. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll clearly say that is a black man that's using a different term. He said, I'll be damned if people that are flipping burgers make as much money as me doing skilled labor. Oh, dude,
so what is he say? $7.25 minimum wage for minimum skills, dude? Yes.
Well, here's the thing, dude. I've never had an easier job than like working in warehouses, like packing boxes. Like, no, like 1,000%, dude. Flipping burgers is harder. Like, and taking
for sure,
and, like, customer service 1,000% harder. So like,
I love how the food industry is the go-to example for like minimum wage shit.
Yeah, unskilled.
Dude, it is hard as fuck, dude.
And they don't even make minimum wage.
Yeah,
it's all tip based. Like,
oh, dude, when I lived in New York and worked in restaurants, because each state has different laws, you know, New York was fucked, dude. I was like, because in California, you know, I've that's mainly been my low wage jobs have all been in the food service industry. That's mainly where I've worked for, like, you know, and as front of house and back of house, I've done both, you know, all that shit, right? And it's hilarious, dude. It's such hilarious. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, because you know, I worked, you know, in Cali, and they would, you know, you'd get paid your minimum wage, which was like already low or whatever, but then you get tips, which is cool, and you're like, all right, I'm like making some money, you know, I got a little spending money, whatever, you know,
and it's like materialized in your hand, like this is the money I left work with.
Yeah,
I don't have to wait till Friday.
Yeah, and then I went to New York, and I worked at, like, you know, a place unnamed that you know, pretty famous but pretty co-op-ish and hippie, and they share all the tips amongst everyone. So I'm like, tight, you know, that's a good model, you know, because everyone's basically doing the same thing, right? Yeah. And you know, and
everybody has bad days. Just because you have a bad day at work doesn't mean you fucking don't get any money. Like,
exactly. Yeah. And I look at my first paycheck, and it's like, oh, and we get paychecks, and then we get tipped envelopes every week, basically, right?
That's tight.
And I look at my first paycheck, and it's like hourly wage, and it's like $4.25, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then they like, oh, you count my tips as hourly wage. I'm like, nah, dude. And so it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And everyone can tell you, like, working in the food service industry is like, can be soul crushing, dude. It's crazy. It's like,
I've never done it, and to me, when I see people, I'm like, that looks fucking miserable. Like, to me, crazy, like, that looks miserable. It's nobody's dream. And then everyone say, oh, it's for high school workers. Okay, I see, no joke, I've seen like the oldest people ever working at like Jack in the Box. It's not for high school workers anymore. This is 1970 Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Dude.
You know what I mean? That's not how this
works. Such a boomer take, dude. Dude. Yeah,
exactly. So, and then
what's funny is if you're a high school student, they like won't even hire. They're like, no, we're not hiring high school students. You know,
stay in school. Yeah, what are you doing? Exactly.
Yeah.
And high school students are like, no, I'm gonna work at the mall because you know what I mean. Or
Yeah,
just
dude,
they're
yeah,
not like I don't want to flip burgers, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so what I found interesting about that is like one, it makes me mad. He might have just been making a joke. I don't know, like because he's definitely like I looked at some of his other tweets. They were definitely like funny stuff, like shit posty kind of stuff. But it's like, dude, we gotta have some kind of solidarity in the workforce, man. Like. What you eat don't make me shit, dude. Like we can't be like that's such crabs in a bucket mentality. Like this guy's
think about it, dude. Like and it's like we're a $16 an hour guy who packs slave labor products from China to send on an app to everywhere in the country, owned by the richest guy in the world, fighting against people making $7.25 an hour, working a hard as fuck job, like grease on the face, 8-10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Tips or no tips or whatever. Boss fucking you.
And his job's gonna get automated.
Crabs in a bucket,
soon.
Dude.
His job is gonna be automated and
skilled labor, dude. Skilled labor.
Straight up. And it's not. I'm sorry. And
I'm always surprised, dude. I'm always surprised that more shit isn't automated. I think almost that's a conspiracy that they're holding back automation.
I think automation costs more than paying slave wages.
Oh yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'd love for somebody to. I'm not married to that take, but I'm like.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. I just fucking.
Whatever.
My bad. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. But you can't tell me that like machine maintenance. I understand that machines can work 24/7 and there's no overtime and stuff like that. I understand that, but machine maintenance and stuff like that's got to be fucked. Like if you have like a day where like your whatever packing machine goes down, like fuck, dude, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Also, every fucking every like genius physicist like Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein, they all way before this was even in the zeitgeist of the times, before the global consciousness, they're like, yo, automation's coming, and unless we socialize, we're gonna be fucked. Mm-hmm. Right, in terms of
it's absolutely coming, but
so do we have to shout out our boy Andrew Yang, dude?
We will. yeah, exactly. and that's what's funny about Andrew Yang, and he's
he's gonna get all the credit for being the voice of the shit, while being the lamest motherfucker on earth.
His whole thing is, I guarantee you, his UBI is for, and no, this isn't like a hot take or anything. It's to shut down a lot of social programs. It's like here's your money, which Dave Chappelle, when he said like, look, I know a lot of people who would rather have that money than the social programs, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, dude, like that's conditioning. That's like such conditioning, like for. And our social programs suck too. That's the thing. Like,
we deserve both. We deserve we deserve.
I'm down with UBI if we had like a true socialist thing, and it's like that to me. That should just come from like, because in a true
UBI should be completely unconditional, unconditional.
And there's some socialists that are like, we shouldn't have to work hard. We shouldn't have to do anything like this. No, you need to be productive. We need to have a productive society. Like you can't make the argument that there's so much money in America that we should all have, but then decide that we shouldn't make that money anymore. You know what I mean? Produce that money. We're still going to have to work hard. The people will be very shocked that if we ever get any kind of socialized industries, that you're still going to have to work your ass off. Now, you're definitely not going to have some like overlord manager fucking, you know what I mean, that has all the power, but you're going to be responsible for production.
Well, I think, and I think a lot of it boils down to a lot of social, and I include myself in this, where we just want a different future, not just in terms of worker owner relationships kind of thing, but like we do. Most of us aren't opposed to automating shitty jobs away, or technology improving our lives, or all these different things, just not in a technocratic sense maybe. And I feel like we will be given the opportunity, because look what's happening now. Like we live in a crazy work culture where, especially during this pandemic, where people can Zoom to work and work from home, which is oftentimes harder than working in an office, right?
There's horrible studies about people just being more tired because they haven't actually, like, you're understimulated. It makes you more tired. Like you have that day where you ever have a day where you do absolutely nothing and you're like, I'm wiped.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Well, yeah, because you didn't do anything. Your body never woke up.
No change of environment. No change of pace.
People need structure, dude. People need like, it doesn't have to be this fucking military side structure, but we're routine oriented species. You know what I mean? Like we totally are.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, like, you have the PMC class making the most money out of the middle class.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that shit's not important, but you know, you can take vacations, you can take days off, you can still get your fucking fat paycheck. You're in a privileged class. You went to, you know what I mean? You're in a super privileged class being able to do that. And everyone's talking about that already or whatever. Versus where you have to show up every day, put in your 8-10 hours, or put in your 7.25 hours so you don't get benefits, right?
But the time clock 3 minutes away from the break room to where you have to take a 27-minute lunch.
Yeah,
to walk
exactly.
To oh yeah, trust me, I've had that one.
Yeah. No, it's
actually
crazy.
Your break is 30 minutes, and that's from when you clock out to when you clock back in.
Yeah. It's fucking infuriating, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, it'd be cool if we could set up a system to where the people doing the hard labor are, because that will always people are always gonna have to grow food, people are always gonna have to cook it, people are always gonna have to do the dirty work, where those people are celebrated by society, and not just in some like passive kind of like, oh great, the essential workers,
Marvel
kind of thing.
Comics at the hospital,
exactly,
the Avengers.
Where we celebrate those jobs the most, B, we don't make people into slaves where maybe they work fucking 5 hours a day, and we just kind of share the
8-hour workday is bullshit. 1,000%. People will always string out their day. There's a lot of times there's not 8 hours worth of work to be done.
Because and the whole thing, a lot of the people complaining most loudly about this, especially on the conservative side, there are people that work PMC jobs, that work hard as fuck, and they earn their living, but they still see it as a competitive thing. And they, like, there's people in my family that it's like, you'd be surprised even amongst liberals on how they still view the hierarchical competitive mindset. And it's crazy, man. And you know my story. I could have been the easiest thing for me would have been to be one of those people, right? And I gave that up.
You would have committed suicide.
You know,
you wouldn't be here. You've been
for
dead.
Sure, dude.
No, like straight up. I remember those days.
Totally, dude.
When I was like, yo, man,
dude,
get the fuck out of there. We both dropped out within like 3 months of each other. I remember, like, when we were both, yo, I wasn't even that stressed. I just hated it. But you were like noticeably like, dude, you weighed like fucking like 18 pounds.
One
time.
Yeah.
I remember my mom.
It was wild, man. I was like, oh yeah, dude, it was bad. Yeah. And I fucking, because I saw so many, man, it's like when you see like a 20-year-old college student like acting and thinking like a fucking 35-year-old depressed like office worker already. And you're just like, what the and like that's what your life is about, so that's where the farming comes
and they're the ones that get good grades. You're like, damn, this guy I was always like, why I can't focus on anything in college. But then I would see these people that like would be pushing on the pull door, like, I can't open this door, but I can like regurgitate information very well. And I was never that person. And like I'm a firm believer of people being educated beyond their intellect. Absolutely.
Dude.
Like there's people.
That's what happens when you commodify college, that's
straight up. Exactly. And what I found was interesting about this, and like, look, we get into the $15 plus a union. That's what the left was
let's
fighting
get back
for a while. I got you, like 100%. I err on the side, like, I'm very conflicted because I think both sides don't truly understand the big picture of this, but I still err on the side of let's up the minimum wage, because the conservatives, they think of inflation as a 1-to-1 thing. Like, look at the fast food industry. Like, the fast food combos have gone up in price, right? Like, it has. I'm not saying it hasn't, but like, it's not 1-to-1 ratio with minimum wage.
No.
So like, in a vacuum, a higher minimum wage will help minimum wage workers.
They did studies on, you can increase, if you in like Florida, if you increase the price of tomatoes by like 30 cents a pound or something, you could double every manual labor worker's wage instantly.
Straight up.
The pie chart is so crazy of like the wages that actually go to work. Not only is it not 1-to-1, it's like not fucking 50-to-1 or 100-to-1. It's so off the charts. It's crazy. And that, again, that's a Marx thing, right? We don't even need to raise prices on anything. We could literally just slightly redistribute, and everything would be
like, look at this fucking dumbass. $15 minimum wage. Congrats, your Taco Bell order just became sit down restaurant price.
Hannah grifter, dude.
With it's a libertarian take. But I laugh because I'm like, okay, for one, like, how much fucking fast food do you eat? Like, the people I see, they're just like fucking Wendy's. I can't even go to fucking Wendy's anymore if this happens. Like that's always like their take.
They need the Wendy's slave.
It's not going to be fucking $40 to eat at Taco Bell. These fucking industries are designed to make poor people sick.
Yep.
I'm sorry, like they are.
Yeah.
There's going like I understand that rich people still eat taco. I understand that. And our taste buds are conditioned to eat that nasty ass food. But what I'm saying is like these places exist in poor neighborhoods for a fucking reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's a whole matrix of shit going on, and the inflation thing. God, this economics stuff. Economics is such a fucking voodoo thing, and how it's taught and everything. How can we never hear about inflation on the top? How can we never hear stock market's not inflated? Right now? You know, like it's not, and like I'm
all that
trader,
like Martin Shkreli type stuff, like
dude,
where it's just like
that's
you can
not
fix
inflation.
anything you want. Yeah,
exactly, dude. It's like that's the real inflation, you know. And it's like oh, I'm taking I'm in the markets, I'm taking a risk. It's like, yeah, you're hedging this entire house of cards. You're hedging your whole thing on this house of cards, basically.
No, and the fast food industry, you bring it up to any libertarian where I'm like, they're like, that's not skilled labor. I go, it's not. First off, it's not even the point. And I'm a fan of like, let's consolidate more people into skilled labor. Let's get people into skilled labor. Like I'm for that for obvious reasons, for multiple reasons. One, so we can be a more productive society. It helps you eventually seize the means of production, I think, when everybody's more skilled. But nonetheless, these are billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
So I tell the libertarians, I'm like, okay, you can't act like I said, well, the money has to, you have to cap the wealth. And I'll get to this. My gripe with the left and their push for this is that they're not pushing for anything else, is you are going to eventually have to have wealth caps on certain things. And they'll be like, no, you can't do that. Like, well, okay. But then you're basically just saying like you support just consolidated wealth at the top. And I just, to me, that's not libertarianism. Like I thought libertarianism was, I mean, I don't know, you know, like,
no, it's dumb. It's, and the whole, oh, pardon me. Yeah. It needs to be bi-directional. And I just remember working in restaurants and being like, well, you know, I fucking dropped out of a prestigious school, and I'm like, there's probably so many people like me that could be doing in our society, could be making so much more money and aren't, for whatever reason. Maybe they had a fucking illness. Maybe they had a parent die. Maybe they had this or that.
Fucking mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown.
It does happen.
It's like, do they not, even if you think that dumb people that don't graduate from college should suffer and not be able to pay rent, what do you think about those people? People that just got like a shit.
Oh, they'll say it. They'll say it. Dude. They'll say like, "Oh, not all jobs need to pay a living." It's like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's so like, but I have to spend most of my life at this place serving you, but I shouldn't be able to live. If I can't live, I'm not here to serve you.
And what do you do? You fucking and okay, if you're gonna make the claim that the worker class and the slave laborers, you know, the wage slave laborers they should suffer because they're not, you know, they're not skilled and they're not blah 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 contributing to society, then you have to, and no one ever does this, you have to take the other end of the argument and say anyone making a lot of money not earning it, like whether they just got some dumb
business ownership is not skilled labor.
Or if you just got some dumb job from your uncle and you're just like pecking on a keyboard for 8 hours a day, like making fucking 120 grand. Okay, we'll take your fucking, take 60 grand
skilled.
from you.
Yeah, not skilled. Sorry, it's going to this electrician instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the one who makes your computer
flipper
work. Yeah, exactly. Or the burger flipper who actually probably has to do a lot more skill. Yeah,
and I'd hate to say conservatives and centrist libs are the worst at that. They want isolated jobs that are a protected class. That it's a caste system, dude. It's
lunch tables at the school. You got the fucking nerd loser table over here and the rich kids, you know, but to the liberals and to the leftoids and the anarchists, do not celebrate a $15 minimum wage coming from the Biden administration. It's not being done in earnest. It's not being done in earnest. And there's a fucking loophole in it, and it's called the gig economy.
Exactly. Yeah.
They are not going to, I mean, look, I could be wrong. I haven't read the entire thing, but there's no way that a Biden-Harris administration, Kamala Harris has family members that work for fucking Uber, and her husband is a sick freak too, and Doug, and what you're gonna basically have, I think what you're gonna see from this administration is they're going to go, oh, okay, if you don't want to pay the federal minimum wage of $15 an hour, because, you know, you're in Nebraska and that could be like a fucking 2x hike on your fucking minimum wage or something. And they might go, okay, make your fast food workers independent contractors. Right?
Yeah.
Pay by the order served, right? Just the same way that the trucking industry got fucking killed by paying by the mileage. You know what I mean? Paying while they're driving. That's
strawberry pickers.
Did you see that? I didn't save it. Did you see the trucker hat that they made? It's a trucker alarm clock hat.
Oh my
so this
God.
guy's driving like
What
a big rig, and he's like, "Fuck!" It's like an as seen on TV commercial, and he's like dazing off, and this alarm clock goes on his fucking head, and it's like,
God.
And the tweet I saw attached to it is like, "Hey, we need higher wages and like better working conditions." They're like, "Oh, capitalism, alarm clock hat," and which is what you're gonna see. You're gonna get people working like 14 hours a day at a fucking McDonald's to try to make the same amount of wage that they would have got with the federal minimum wage. So you're gonna double the productivity, not pay the overtime. Because you're basically going to turn every job into Uber. Yeah. You know, and that's what I think is going to happen from the Biden administration, which Sean McCarthy put that really well on the other day that I saw. So it's not an original take of mine, but there's
a reason they're fighting for it now.
They're not. You cannot just say that like
Joe
Biden grew a heart. Joe Biden didn't grow a heart.
They ran the numbers. They ran the numbers. Yeah, they're just like, oh, okay, we've crossed the lines have crossed on the chart, so we're gonna make more money doing this now than we did.
Because it's fine. Like I get wanting, like, ultimately we want to not have wage labor, right? Ultimately we don't want to do that. Ultimately we want to have things like healthcare, housing, and food taken care of to where your wage doesn't really dictate your life. That's what we want. Okay. And for now, yes, the minimum wage hike. I'm somebody that's made minimum wage for a while. I've had really bad jobs. And I work in blue collar industry. I understand. That's what we want. But do not put your faith in Biden because of this. And that's what this is. This is a bone he's throwing to the left that has a fucking loophole the size of like the Lincoln Tunnel that you can get through.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
No, and it's crazy. And I'm not arguing. Hierarchies to some degree are always going to exist in terms of there's going to be more talented musicians than other people and rock climbers, and and there's going to be people better at their jobs than other people. But if you're busting your ass with your physical body, you should not struggle in this life financially. And if it's like I do believe in bettering your life circumstance through what people call hard work, or really just realignment, like focusing on your mission, like doing the things that you love, and we all have to do shit we don't want to do to get there, basically. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not like a one size fits all solution, but we can make it so much better. It's so crazy.
Yeah. And you're not gonna, and I always say, like, there's always the conservative argument. You should just get a better job. Somebody still has to work that job.
Yep. It's like Ben Shapiro saying, like, if climate change takes away your house, just sell your house. And it's like, to who?
All right.
Fucking, yeah.
No, I rent. You fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably.
Who's gonna buy my house that's underwater now? It's like
There's no. That's dumb, the thing. Man. Like, even getting past like what we're trying to do. Like, I've come to realize you and I are probably more populist than we are anything, right?
Yeah.
Like I and anti-authoritarian and stuff, which some people would equate with libertarianism, but I'm not, because I do still want these things. So if a Biden-Harris administration truly wanted to better the working class, they would put wealth caps on fucking on these private businesses. Yeah. I'm saying, like, you get over this fucking thing, it goes to the, like, true trickle down, like, wealth, like legit trickle down wealth, to where, like, you can only make this much money. Your prices are capped here. And all that. And also they wouldn't have won if they did that. So they wouldn't be the president administration. So you just know this. Like, I understand. And for anybody, because I do see the side where it's like, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, am I supposed to, like, because I do see some people like, minimum wage. You think that's going to be good? Yeah, it is for some people. It is. For a day-to-day person that's trying to make the next thing, when they go from $9 an hour to $15 an hour, that's fucking huge for them. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Like, it's fucking huge for them. Just don't get complacent.
Yeah.
Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of what the big goal is to get rid of wage labor. Get rid of it. We want it. We want to have our housing, healthcare, and food. And that's populism to me. That's not socialism. That's populism to me nowadays. That's not, and people are like, oh, but the right wing doesn't want that. Correct. Neoconservatives do not want that. Ben Shapiro bros, Nick Fuentes, all these fucking losers, they don't want that stuff. But I do talk to some legit right wing people. There's people that listen to this podcast that are like, kind of like, dude, I lean right. Maybe socially they do, and some people will call that fascist. I don't personally. If you keep your views to yourself, or if you realize that your views on social issues are just for you, and you don't try to implement them on the world, I think we're fine personally.
Totally,
I think we're fine. I mean, of course, there's still going to be some issues with that, but there are a lot of like right-wing people that are like, dude, I'm fucking fine with that shit. I'm fine with shit affecting the working class. You know, I'm fine with that. So like,
I would say the majority.
It's more than people think. Like, and that's with the Capitol building, right? You're seeing with the Capitol building now. People are just like, that's right wingers.
Yeah.
It's like, no, those are fucking idiots, dude. And like, I do see some kind of, left people, like populist kind of people say like, no, man, they were really overcomplicating what those people were doing. It's like they were mad. They stand a politician the same way we stand Bernie and got mad. They took it to the next level. I'm not going to lie. They didn't do what the Bernie people did when Bernie lost. Bernie people actually backed Biden after that, largely in my opinion. But like what they were doing is they were mad about an election. They didn't have material demands. They got their emotions in the way. And I fear that with this minimum wage, it is a material gain, in my opinion. It is. It's not as strong as it should be. It's a material gain, but it's not the end all be all. It's a little workaround. But do not take that. Don't become a Biden fan after this. I'm just telling you.
Exactly.
Don't become a Biden fan after this. Like I hear people talk about it.
What it is, it's the new Bill Clinton NAFTA thing. It's the new, it's the one of those new like economic policies that's just gonna like, 5 years, 10 years later, like fuck, like we're
and that's exactly what it is. Because after a while, you're just gonna be like, damn, I work as an independent contractor for McDonald's. I work as an independent contractor for Cintas uniform cleaners. I work as I don't own anything. I'm told that I own something. Like I'm told I'm in charge. You make your own hours. You make all that stuff. I don't make any fucking money. That's the thing. They'll give you like the sign-on bonus, right? Hey, after your first 40 hours, you get a $300 bonus. That's how the Uber people get roped in. And then all of a sudden they're making like fucking pennies on the dollar, driving their car down to shit.
And that combined with the tech censorship is going to be a crazy little combo.
No, and the tech censorship. So it's nuts, man. But I just want a couple plugs before we go. We had a really fun conversation with the Unfit Statesman. That was a fun podcast that we did yesterday.
That guy's funny,
yeah, hilarious. Caught me off guard with a couple things. I'm like, oh shit, this is how this guy gets down. All right, I'm down. So that should be out soon. I don't know when he plans on putting that out, but I'm sure by the time you listen to this, it will be out. That was fun getting on with him. We had another show that it's a sports betting and cryptocurrency betting. You're not gonna want, if you're into sports and sports gambling and you follow the stuff that I posted, you're gonna want to laugh at me this week. And I'm gonna RIP in peace my betting weekend. Shook it off.
Next season is you're shooting for the next season, dude.
Next weekend, buddy. No.
Oh, okay. All right. What's
staring at the world through my rear view.
We'll do a mini. What's popping next weekend for these games?
Oh, championship games. Yeah. I mean, fucking Chiefs. I don't want to give away too much because I'm gonna.
Who's it? It's Chiefs and
Buffalo.
Chiefs and Buffalo and
which is honestly I will say, it's the best possible matchup.
Yeah.
The two games, and then you got Tom versus Rodgers basically.
Yeah.
Brady and Rodgers. So like, though, in my opinion,
can't believe fucking Brady's in another championship, dude. That's so crazy.
Piece of shit, dude. What a fucking piece of shit.
Like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude.
Yeah.
Buccaneers.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so. They're gonna. That's gonna
dude.
happen.
What's crazy? The Raiders beat. Didn't the Raiders beat 3 out of the 4 teams? Right.
They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Saints. They lost to the Bucks. They didn't play the Packers. But so it was 2 out of 4.
Okay.
I mean, they beat New Orleans week 2, and New Orleans looked like shit in that game. And New Orleans was fraudulent. So,
then they lost to Atlanta. It's like,
all you gotta do is look at the calendar and decide when those games. It doesn't even matter who the Raiders play.
Yeah.
Right. It matters what time of year they play them. Like you could play like, okay, to start the year, we have the 85 Bears. We have, I don't know, fucking the 72 Dolphins that went undefeated and all these teams. And like the Raiders will go like 4-2 against them.
Yeah. Dude.
And then they're like, we're playing Little Giants and a Pee Wee football team. They're like, it's December. Oh, is there a draft in here? Oh, man. Like, and then they just get mauled. So that's done. But yeah, speaking of which, my Raiders podcast will be coming back after the Super Bowl. Normally have much to talk about right now. I made a new defensive coordinator hire, but I'm going to come back there. But Alpha Talk. Guys, that's a fun podcast. he talks cryptocurrency on there. It's a lot more laid back, and we're just having fun because we talk about a lot more serious shit on here. So go ahead and check that out. It's YouTube only. Subscribe on YouTube for that. What else do we got? We're on Instagram, Rare Candy Pod, not Rare Candy Pod 1, just Rare Candy Pod. On Instagram, go ahead and follow us there. And we got for this podcast, we have a couple really fun guests coming up. Don't really want to announce them yet, but they're pretty locked in on this. It'll be fun.
You ready?
Possible Fed Post guest coming next time, so that could be fun. And should be good. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And that's it.
All right.
Peace.